Alright, hello guys, how's it going? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the upcoming extreme temperature pattern that we're going to be taking a look at. That heat wave out west will be continuing, but I do see an end to it, which is very good news. But we're also going to be dealing with a very cold pattern in the east, which also should be coming to an end. All of that is coming up within the video. Anyways, for today's comment of the day, I want to know, how would you rank this summer so far? We've had all of June and then most of July so far, but let me know what you think it's gone like so far in your opinion, and I'll be picking one of those for tomorrow's video. Also, I would like to remind you guys that about a week or two ago, I uploaded my first winter forecast for this upcoming winter of 2021 to 2022. You can check that out. That's going to be on the top right corner of the screen. I highly recommend you check that out because it has some really interesting facts and information within that video. Anyway, let's get straight into this video, and first things first, we're going to be taking a look at the day-by-day temperature anomaly forecast. And just starting out today, Monday, this is going to be Monday, July 19th, and as you can see, those hot temperatures are still out west, and we still have the colder temperatures in the east. Well, I don't know why I just said still, because it's actually kind of new. We had some colder temperatures rolling through most regions for the past couple of days, but for today, it's reached the East Coast and a lot of the southeast regions. And generally, these hot temperatures out west, they're not quite as hot as they have been, so this still is a very nice relief from the heat, but still, I'm sure you guys would be preferring it to be below average temperatures by this point. But at this point, that is not the case yet. And again, I do see kind of a switch in the upcoming pattern kind of later in it, so we will be taking a look at that very soon. Those above average temperatures are anywhere from about 5 to 15 degrees above normal, whereas they were like 50 degrees above normal, so obviously this is a very nice relief. Now let's just move on towards tomorrow, Tuesday, July 20th. And here's the look. As you can see, some colder than normal conditions move in even further into the eastern United States, more of those greens showing up. The warmer temperatures out west become a little bit less potent by this point on Tuesday, July 20th, so that's pretty interesting as well, actually. We'll have to track that and pay attention because it does seem like it's just going to overall be getting less potent. But actually, the interesting thing here is it's going to get a little bit worse before it gets better. So we'll talk about that because that is important as well. But I think it could be coming to an end within this video. So we're going to watch where it comes to an end. So stay tuned for that. Let's take a look at Wednesday, July 21st. And as you can see, some colder than normal conditions now move into the Great Lakes and the Northeast. So could they possibly connect with those ones in the southeast to below average temperatures? We'll have to wait and see. There is some nice relief for that heat coming for the west. There, as you can see, some blues showing up along the coast and the Four Corner states in some parts. But again, it is going to get worse before it gets fully better. So we'll have to wait and see what that means, obviously. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move on to Thursday, July 22nd, and we're going to move all the way to Wednesday, July 28th. Alright, now here is Thursday, July 22nd, and as you can see, that northeast region of the United States gets some much colder than normal conditions there for a lot of those regions. We're talking about 5 to maybe 7 degrees below normal, which is going to be good enough to be pretty significant. If your average temperature is, let's say, 90, I mean, you're taking a look at mid to lower 80s. I know those areas do not average in the 90s. They actually average in the mid to upper 80s. So it would be more like approaching maybe the lower 80s, maybe even upper 70s for the high temperatures, which is obviously very nice for many folks. The heat out west looks like it's already coming to an end, but I promise it's going to get worse before it gets better. I know you guys don't believe me, but let's take a look at Friday, July 23rd, and it becomes a little bit more evident by this point. Look at that. The orange is kind of returned to the coast. It makes a push back, and really, it seems like the heat could win out in this situation. But I promise it will come to an end within this video, like I said. The temperatures in the northeast and the southeast become a little bit more potently below normal. And even by the time we're reaching Saturday, July 24th, look at those hot temperatures out west. The dark reds and even almost black shades are returning, which is, again, 10 to maybe even 17 degrees below, or sorry, above normal. So yeah, significantly above normal temperatures are kind of building in for the west. Like I said, it's going to get worse before it gets better. We see the colder than normal conditions still around for the northeast corner of the United States. And then let's take a look at Sunday, July 25th, and look at how many dark reds show up now. So we're seeing this really build in by this point for the northwest especially. The east coast is near normal, but a little bit below normal. So those below normal temperatures are kind of going away a little bit. And something interesting begins to happen by about Monday, July 26th. Look at that cold area there for the Four Corner States, even a little bit of Southern California and Southern Nevada there. That area has been shifting north and further north, and look at the heat kind of just pushing eastward towards the north central United States. This is going to be the kind of huge shift that we need to really just move this heat out of the way, and that is if this is valid. But likely, I could see a pattern like this being what moves in and really just breaks up that heat for the most part. And even by the time we're reaching about Tuesday, July 27th, you can see that those warmer temperatures move more towards the central United States. And those areas in the Northwest, they're maybe looking at about maybe 2 to 6 degrees above normal, maybe a little bit more, but it is just nothing compared to what it was. And we even see some colder than normal conditions pushing further north. And by the time we reach Wednesday, July 28th, this is going to be the end of this model's run. But we see colder temperatures in the southeast, but a lot of those warmer than normal conditions have pushed into the east coast. And the west coast, you are dealing with a little bit of some warmer than normal conditions, but it's not like hot. It's not hotter than normal, it's warmer than normal. Let me put it that way. About 2 to 8 degrees above normal, and that's about it. But I do see the potential for it to be a little bit less warmer than normal than that even. I think it could even get colder than normal at some points. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this in 5-day increments in just a minute, and then we're going to take a look at the teleconnections that are forcing this switch to happen. Now here is the first 5-day period. This is going to be Monday, July 19th through Saturday, July 24th. And as you can see, mostly colder than normal conditions for the eastern United States, especially in the south central United States and the southeastern United States. And then a lot of those hotter than normal conditions are going to be mostly for the northwestern corner of the United States, but also the southwest a little bit as well. Even the north central United States dealing with some of those far above normal temperatures by this point. And then as we move towards that back end 5-day period, this is going to be Saturday, July 24th through Thursday, July 29th. Most of the colder air is actually over the southwest, and a lot of that warmer than normal conditions have pushed further eastward into the north central United States. This is the beginning of that switch that's being picked up even on the 5-day period here at the end. We see the southeast is dealing with a little bit of colder than normal conditions, but nothing compared to the frame before that we just took a look at. So let's take a look at some of the teleconnections that are causing this to happen. First off, our AO, this is kind of not really causing the west to east shift for the heat, but it is causing more colder air to make its way to the United States, because we can see that we had a positive AO here, or Arctic oscillation, but it is kind of going to go negative there by the time we're reaching Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday time frame, and it's going to stay that way all the way until the end of this model run. So that's very, very interesting, obviously. So for pretty much this entire week, it's going to be a positive AO, and then by the time we're reaching the weekend, it's going to shift to a negative, and that's going to give us all of next week with a negative AO, according to this European ensemble model. The NAO, or North Atlantic Oscillation, which works in a very similar way, is kind of going to go negative as well, which is interesting as well. Now, our PNA, and this is going to be the most important one as we're talking about that western heat wave and then potentially an eastern very hot area. As you can see, this is going to be early this week towards the left. We're in a positive PNA a little bit. I don't think it's enough to really force that warm air to the east, but it's going to go very far negative by the time we're approaching this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday time frame. That could really encourage some colder than normal conditions in the eastern United States and some very hot temperatures in the west. That's why I think it gets worse before it gets better. But then we very quickly, as we reach Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and by the way, you can see the days on the bottom of the screen. It's just very hard to see. But by the time we reach kind of Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it recovers towards a positive PNA, and it even goes pretty far positive potentially there towards the middle of next week, which would mean colder than normal conditions would be encouraged for the western United States and warmer than normal conditions would be encouraged in the eastern United States, which would be pretty much an entire flip to the pattern, and that's why I expect it to be likely as we head towards next week. Anyway, I hope you found this video pretty interesting. I think it's awesome to see a pattern switch possibly in our future. My confidence is a 5 out of 6. I think with these teleconnections switching, that's a really good sign that this will indeed happen. Anyways, for today's comment of the day, I asked you guys, how do you think this upcoming fall will go? Because yesterday we uploaded our first video even about the fall. We kind of had a fall discussion yesterday. You can check that video out by looking at my channel because it's yesterday's video. It might even be on the recommended tabs there on the right-hand corner of your screen if you're not in full screen mode. If you're in full screen mode, exit full screen mode and see if it's there towards the bottom right where there's other videos popping up. Anyway, I asked you guys how you think the fall will go, and James Marr said, I believe this fall will be warmer than normal. This summer has been cooler, which usually means a warmer fall than a cold winter. And I talked yesterday in our video about how if there's a cold fall, it usually means a warm winter, and if there's a warm fall, it usually means a cold winter. Usually people want a cold fall and a cold winter, but that is not really likely usually. So that's just how that works, unfortunately. I know the perfect fall and winter for most people would be cold and cold. And actually, I definitely agree with that myself, actually. For today's patron highlight of the day, I want to thank you all for supporting the channel, but especially our platinum patrons, John Bembenek, James Wade, Dovey Nagel, Larry Pan, and Donna Carnes, alongside our diamond patrons, Bill Roberts, Marcus Connolly, Noah Harley, Michael Codalesa, Catbite, Charles Stinnett, Cindy Klein, Mark J, Luke Flago, Gary's, John Khaleesi, Dwight Phelan, and Steven Crenenthal. If you would like to be a part of this Patreon entry of the day, you can do so by joining our very awesome Patreon page in the description and in the pinned comments down below. I'd also like to thank our channel members Hair Farms 1 and Catbite as well. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to destroy the like button, leave a comment down below to help that YouTube algorithm out, and be sure to subscribe if you like weather related content. I will see you guys in the next video.